Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And it feels for me like an age that I haven't done this. You've probably been wondering where the videos have been and the content. It's all been a bit obscure. I think the last video we put up was, I can't think what it was. Oh, probably the Raptor 90 helicopter video. Things have moved on a little bit from then. But I thought I'd come to you just now while I'm in the frame of mind for doing it and in the mood for doing it, to give you a bit of an update as to what's been happening and what's been going on, and more importantly what's not been going on. So that helicopter video was filmed, bloody hell, probably 2 months ago, maybe even more than that. And since then a lot of stuff's been going on. It's Ewan's helicopter, so I'm wanting him to do as much as he can with it. And he's been working a lot, he's been at college a lot. He's being a 17-year-old. So creating content on that has been few and far between. I've been trying to film stuff, or try and get to film stuff when he wants to do it. But in between that, there's other things and pieces that I've been doing. The biggest three biggest factors as to why I haven't done this, haven't picked up the camera. One, the weather has been absolutely shit, properly shit. So the motivation for getting out and flying, and therefore doing stuff to get ready for going out flying, has been at an all-time low. That's affected Ewan quite badly. Not detrimental to his health, but he's got no motivation to be out here doing stuff to get out flying, which I fully understand. I'm the same. We've both been ill. Again, nothing serious, sort of fluey, coldy, wintry bug type stuff, but again that knocks you sideways. I've also had issues with my blood pressure, which has been ongoing for the last 15 years. The last couple of months it's been up and down and whatnot. Of course, I haven't been wanting to do too much that could affect that. And I think in many ways, I don't know medically, but possibly that has been making me not want to do stuff out here. I haven't been able to focus on many things. Doctor thinks that could have been the medication I was on, so that's been changing. Again, it's all a big catalogue of things that are going on. So today, I'm in the workshop, as you can see. It's a bomb site because today is probably the first time I've actually felt as though I want to be out here doing stuff. And in a moment I'll take you around the workshop just to give you an idea of what's happening and what's going on. I have been busy. I've had a project sitting for a while, which I was desperate to get finished and completed and working. And tomorrow, day after this video has been filmed, I'll be at the flying field to see if that project is working as I expected it to. So what is that project? Well, I've probably mentioned it before. I picked up 2 solar panels that were stored at the back here for a while. 270 watt solar panels. We were looking for solar panels for the flying field to keep the electric fence battery charged, but also to potentially give us enough power to charge a robotic lawnmower. But to do one stage at a time, we needed to make sure the fence was kept charged. So I was just keeping my eye out for cheap solar panels, cheap but good solar panels, and I stumbled upon some eco-worthy panels, not sponsored by them at all, on Facebook Marketplace, relatively local, about 45 minutes down the road. The guy had 12 of them listed. I thought, well, if we can get 4 of them, that'd be ideal. So the 170 watt panels, and then I had to double take on the price, £8 each. So I messaged him and said, is this a typo? And he's like, no, I just want a shot of them. And I was like, right, I'm coming down. In the time that it took me to put my coat on, get in the car and drive down there was 2 left by the time I got there. So I had them. So for the grand total of 16 quid, I think I actually gave them 20 quid for them. 2 brand new eco-worthy 170 watt solar panels. So they were in storage here until we could decide what we're doing and how we're doing the rest of it. So over a period of time, done a lot of research as into what would be the best equipment just now to get, and we got a Victron MPPT controller, which was in this box. It's now fitted, obviously, and that is now charging 2 brand new lead acid 130 amp hour batteries. I suspect I've just put some pictures up on the screen as to the install going on, but it took me and Ewan 8.5 hours to install the panels and wire it all up. It doesn't look like 8.5 hours worth of work, but it was worth it, and it was that long. The biggest fight with it all was the mud. The ground was so wet when we got there. The very first picture, if you notice, it's quite green and nice around it. See, at the end of the day, it was a struggle to walk around the place because of the amount of mud that there was. It clagged onto our boots. We didn't sink it up to our knees, but mud was up to our knees, just for splattering around. But it's done. So that was a tick on the box. The only thing I've got left to do now, as I said, I'm going up the field tomorrow. I've got the lid for the battery box to fit, because we just ran out of time when we were doing it the other day. And hopefully now that's going to keep the fence batteries charged up. If over a period of time they're not discharging at all, because I think we've got a history monitor we can use with that charge control, we can see what it's doing over a period of time. We can then experiment with a robotic mower, because one of the club members has actually got one that he now doesn't use because he's moved house, much smaller garden, or whatever the reason. So he said we can borrow that to experiment with, to see how much power it draws, see if the batteries can cope with it, and see if it can cut the grass, keep the grass nice and short for us. That's phase 2. Phase 1 complete, done. Really now we just need to repurpose the shed a bit more, get some more paint on it. But what I'm alluding to is that's been like my main focus recently, and looking back on it today, that has been my driving force. All I've been thinking about is that. I haven't been thinking, well, I can't do that just now, go and do something out in the garage. But now that's done, I can. Something else that I quite often do is when I just need to switch off to everything, go fishing. So I've been doing a lot of YouTubing of fishing and researching and this, that and the other, and we went fly fishing a couple of times, and long story short, we were struggling to carry our fly fishing rods because we normally take 3 each. So I designed this holder, and I haven't actually got one of the completed ones here just now, but I've got a prototype that I've 3D printed of a rod holder. In passing, mentioned this to a friend of mine who actually ties a lot of flies for me, and he said, oh, that's great, I've been looking for one of those. Started thinking, well, I could make them for people. So as we stand just now, I've got the version 3 printing, because it's taken a lot of incarnations to get it right. I've got version 3 printing that I'm probably going to end up sending to him to beta test or destruction test or whatever you want to call it, see what he thinks and see if anybody else is interested. If they are, that 3D printer might be able to earn its keep again by making rod holders. But it's now got me thinking, what else could I produce that's not modelling related? And I've got a few ideas, but I've only got the one printer at the moment. So I'm possibly going to upgrade the printer. Probably going to go down the Bamboo Labs route. We might end up having an office in the house where the printers can go, but that's undecided. The wheels are still in motion with that. again, there's some things changing out with this world, in the real world, that might give us some more space in the house for clean working, shall we say. But yeah, that's still ongoing. That could be a while yet. That could be another 6 months, could be even longer. But that's roughly where we are just now. This isn't meant to be a sob story. I'm not looking for keep your chin up sort of comments or anything like that. I've been down this route before, and I know that I'm that way now. As soon as the weather dries up properly, we get more flying done, there'll be a lot more stuff going on. What I'll do, I think, is I'm just going to give a quick whiz round the workshop, show you what bomb site it is, and possibly give you a sneaky peek into something else that's happening. If you're careful when we're looking around, you might see what it is. I'm not hiding it, but it is a work in progress, and I haven't even built the first prototype yet. So yeah, I'll spin you around and show you what's going on. Okay, so let's start over here. Picked up another high fly recently. That's going to go up into storage up there. I have actually got another one up there somewhere. I can't remember where, but it's up there. This was my first ever braided trawl model. I don't think I built much of it. I think my dad built most of it, but I do remember him throwing it so hard and so often at our local playing fields just to give me a bit of stick time before I actually flew properly. Aces are still coming along. The glider one is now glassed, and the powered one's just about ready for covering. Just got to do a little bit more shaping on the wings, etc., and that's ready for covering. Shuttle, that's going out tomorrow for some more bashing. Bit of vintage heli flying. It's not the world's best helicopter, never will be, but it's great fun. It's not in here just now, it's actually outside. This garage door and that one, I don't know how well you can see, but these aren't insulated, and I've actually got insulation to go on here to fill up, well, that triangular piece, all the set back bits. But I don't know, again, you might be able to see, yeah, you can there. The actual panels come away from the structure, so I need to glue that on before I put the insulation in. But it means I've got to get all this crap out, which should be in a shed, which I haven't got yet. Stocked up on kerosene for the heater to keep us warm, and we're currently sitting at 19 degrees in here just now. That should be going soon. We've got all of our toys that spin their wings sitting over here. I think I mentioned before the koala. That'll be the next helicopter project to do. T-Rex 600 is flying. It's only had one flight, but again, that's hopefully going out tomorrow to get some more stick time, get some more tuning on it. I'm going to take the laptop with me to tweak the V-bar as well. Ewan's Raptor 90, as you can see, there's wiring hanging out of it everywhere. Ewan's Raptor 50, my Raptor 50, and the koala. So one of the reasons for there actually being a bit of space here just now is this. Hopefully I've got a buyer for this. Not desperate to sell it, but this is a lot of EPP that I've had for a while that I'll never use. But if you can see, that's right in the corner of the workshop, and that's taken up a lot of space just sitting there. Obviously it's been used as a shelf just now, but the plan is to actually put a bench that size or that height all the way along here, with it widened out here a little bit, because ultimately I'd like to have another machine in here. I don't know how far along it'll take or how far along it'll come, but when we moved in here I did measure it, and I've also got all the wiring, sockets and everything ready for the machines I want to put in, already fitted. Preempted it all. Again, all of this lot should be in a shed, which I haven't got just now. The shed should be the other side of that wall, but yet another thing that needs to wait its turn to come. So if I get a buyer for this, I can do all this bench work. Means we can probably get a lot more things tidied up. Kit boxes. Now most of this was packed in here, but what I need to do is go through all of this and see what can be packed back in here for long-term storage and what isn't. There's a lot of fishing stuff over there, part-built aeroplanes. That's ready to fly. That's the new electric 1.5 meter thing. That's a set of wings for the EDF version of the Starjet, which will probably never be a kit, but it's something that I've got all the parts for here to make, and somewhere around up there I've got some EDF units for it, 64mm EDF units I think. But yeah, this is the bomb site. Printer's working hard just now, as you can see, as I mentioned, with the rod stuff. But all of this needs a damn good sorting out. If anybody is interested in a John Greenfield designed Greenlee, 88-inch wingspan, the wings up there, it's got a Zenoa 45 in the front with easy start system, let me know. I'm looking to sell that. It's not actually mine, but it's my dad's, but he's looking to sell it. We could possibly deliver within the UK with prior arrangement. But yeah, as I said, lots of things going on. This is the bomb site here as well just now. But yeah, as I said, lots of things going on. And to top it all off, today is Monday. A week on Wednesday I'm back to work again. Probably no, a week on Tuesday I'm back to work again for 4 weeks. So content will be sporadic. I'm not going to film things just for the sake of putting a video out, but I thought I owed it to you lot to actually let you know what's going on. There will be more content. There's potential that we're going out flying on Wednesday as well to a different club, which might give us some more helicopter content. We'll have to wait and see. Different club. I don't think I've ever been to this club before. But it's towards back where we used to live, further north from here. So yeah, it could be a good day out. But yeah, I think I'm mumbling just now, rambling on. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Thank you for all the comments. I'm even going to say thanks for all the comments, even the less positive ones. Sometimes there's comments, I try and reply to every comment, but sometimes there's comments that don't deserve a reply, and I certainly wouldn't post a negative comment. But yeah, if you are enjoying what we've done previously, not necessarily this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see what we're going to do in the future, because there's a lot of things happening, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you again soon for some more interesting stuff. So catch you later.